Okay, guys, so we're going to do chapter 5 here, chapter 5 review. So, and we're going to skip around a little. We're not going to probably do all of these. Well, we'll see. All right, solve the following system of equations by graphing. So here I have a slope of 7, or no, a b of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then my slope goes up. I need a bigger graph, don't I? We'll do that. And then the other one has a b of 1 and up to right 1. I'm headed towards it. It's right there. So the point where they cross is right there. So that's over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So the point where they cross is 6, 13. And if I do this one, it's the same thing. So up 2, and then going up and right. And if I switch colors, see, up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down 3, right 1. Ooh, this one does a cross at a nice place. 4 up, yeah. So we're a little off there. So it's about 1, 2.5. Oops. If I'm estimating, but that's honestly not a very good graphing problem. All right, solve by substitution. So substitution means I take the 3x and I put it in there for y. So x plus 3x is 32. So 4x is 32 and x is 8. And if I take my 8 and put it in here, y is 24. So my answer would be 824. And if I do the other one by substitution, so I would need to add 2x to both sides so I could isolate the y. And that's what I'm going to plug in here. And I'm going to have to distribute this time. So 3 times 2x minus 3 plus 4x equals 14. That's supposed to be an equal sign. So distributing that 6x minus 9. 6x minus 9. Yep, that's right. And then I've got 10x minus 9 is 14. This is going to be a decimal. And then I'm adding 9 to both sides. So that's 23. And that's not a nice decimal either. Divide by 10, and x is 2.3. So if I take that 2.3 and I plug it right here, 2 times 2.3 minus 3, I'm going to use my calculator. 2 times 2.3 minus 3, 1.6 for y. So my equation is 2.3, 1.6. All right, solve the following system of equations by elimination. All right, so this one, I think I'll do the x's. They both need multiplied because that would either be 6 and 6y or 12 and minus 12y. So let's multiply this one by 4 and let's multiply this one by negative 3. So that's 12x plus 8y equals 4 and negative 12x minus 9y equals 6. Oh, this one's going to come out nice. So this negative 1y is 10. So if I divide 1, negative 1, y is negative 10. And then if I switch colors and I plug it in here, 3x plus 2 times negative 10 is 1. So if I add 20 to both sides and divide 3, x is 7. So my answer here is 7, negative 10. All right, and if I do the other one's set up nicer than this one, so I could multiply this bottom one by 3. So that's 21x minus 15y is 51. And the bottom one's already nice and plus 15y. So those go, and that's 19x, and that's 19. So x looks like it's 1. That's a nice one. And then I think I'm going to plug it back into the top one. So negative 2 times 1 plus 15y is negative 32. You could have plugged it into either one if you wanted. So you would add 2 to both sides. Oh, this one comes out nice too. So y is -2. Oh, that's my answer. Okay, next problem. Okay, graph. So we need to get y alone in the front so that we can figure out the m and the b, and then so we can do the graphing. Remember, we got to pay attention to the solid or dotted, and we also got to pay attention to the shading because it's greater than. It's an inequality. So I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides. And then I'm dividing everything by -2. So I go down 3 and up 3, right 2, up 3, right 2. It is a, did I divide by a negative? Oh, I sure did. I need to flip that baby. So let's change that to less than. So we'll make a dashed line because there's no equal sign. And then we're going to plug 0. 0 is less than -3. Well, that's false. So that means this is the false side and this is the true side. So I always shade the true side. So there's my answer. All right, here I need to solve for x because there is no y. So I'm going to subtract 6 on both sides and divide -2. So when I divide by a negative, I flip it and that becomes 5. So if I'm not sure, I can make myself a table. Y is always 5, or excuse me, x is always 5. And I can make nice numbers for y. So 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 1. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. 5, 2, 5, 3. There we go. It's a vertical line, and it is a solid vertical line because it's got an equal to. And then I test the origin. So 0 is greater than or equal to 5. That is false. So I shade the side that does not have the origin on it. We just did one like that. We did not do that. Okay, let's do a few story problems. So Phil has 50 nickels and dimes worth $4.15. How many dimes does he have? So x plus y is 50, and nickels are 0.05, and dimes are 0.10. Okay, so I think I'm going to multiply the bottom one by 100 so that I don't have to deal with these decimals to make that 5x plus 10y. Yeah, equals 415. That's much nicer. And then I'm going to do elimination. So I'm going to multiply this by -5. So -5x minus 5y is -250. So those cancel, and that's 5y equals 165. Let me make sure. 415 minus 250. Yep. And then I divide 5. 33. And let's see, it says how many dimes does he have. So dimes is y, definitely, because I've got 10 cents on the y. So I don't have to figure out the nickels. It didn't ask for that. Number 7, a kayaker travels upstream at 4 miles per hour and downstream at the same distance at speed of 7 miles or kilometers per hour. Rowing speed in the still water, and what's the speed of the current? So I'm going to do x plus y is 7 because that's the high number, and x minus y is 4 because that's the low number. It's upstream against the current. So if I set up beautifully for elimination, so that'd be 2x equals 11. And if I divide 2, x is actually it's 5.5, not 4.5. There we go. And if we plug back in, 5.5 plus y equals 7. If I subtract that, I think I get 1.5. Yeah, I do. So the rowing speed is 5.5 and the speed of the current is 1.5. You have $6,000 to invest. That's a total. 2 stock funds. The first fund pays 0.05. I'm going to change that. Annual interest. And the second account pays 0.09 annual interest if after a year you've made $380 in interest. Okay, notice they're all interest. They all go in the same equation. So 380, 0.05x, and 0.9y. And the other's just x plus y. There's no other numbers. That's all I can do. So I put some in the first fund, I put some in the second fund, and the total I put in was 600. So again, I think I'm going to multiply by 100 to lose the decimals. So that's 5x plus 9y and 380 with 2 extra zeros. And then I'm going to multiply by -5 again so I can cancel out the x's. So 5x's cancel, and that's 4y equals 8,000. Oh, I think it's more than that. 38,000 minus 3,000. 35,000. Oh, I'm way off. Let's make sure I multiplied that right. 100 times 3,800. Yep, that's right. And then if I divide by 35000 by 4, 8750. That does not make sense. Let's look again. Something's the matter. It was $300. If I multiply by 2, 380 times 100, 38,000. And 600 times 5 is -3,000. Something's wrong with it. Let's see. One more time. It was $600, wasn't it, to begin with? It was $6,000. That's my problem. There we go. That makes way more sense. I knew something was wrong with it. Let's go with that's not 35,000. So that's 8,000,008. So it's 8,000. So 8,000 divided by 4 is 2,000. Yes, that makes sense because it's 6,000. So x plus 2,000 equals 6,000. So it looks like if I subtract 2,000, I get x is 4,000. That makes sense. Okay, next one. 3 pens and 2 notebooks cost $8.25. There was one of these on your test. And 2 pens and 3 notebooks cost $8. How much would, the question is how much would 2 pens and 2 notebooks cost? All right, so we got to figure out how much each of them costs and then multiply both of them by 2 and add them together. Okay, so let's do 6 and -6. So that's a 2 and that's a -3. So 6x plus 4y, 825 times 2 is 16.5. And -6x minus 9y is -24. So that's -5y. 24 minus 1650 is 7.5 negative. And if we divide by 5, it's $1.50. So whatever y is, let's see, pens was x and y's were notebooks. Okay, so notebooks are $1.50. And if I plug that back in, I'll just do the top equation because it's there. So 3x plus 2 times $1.50 is 8.25. So 3x plus 3 is 8.25. And divide 3. So 525 divided by 3. $1.75 for pens. So I've got both of the prices. Now I need to know how much 2 pens and 2 notebooks. So $1.75 times 2 plus 2 times $1.50. And whatever that is, that's my answer. 2 times $1.75 plus 2 times $1.50. $6.50 is my answer. Okay, next one. The bill for 5 glasses of apple juice and 4 salads is $9.50. So 5x and 4 salads is $9.50. But the bill for 4 glasses of apple juice and 5 salads is $10.30. So what's the total bill for a glass of juice and a salad? So I got to figure them out and then add them together. So let's multiply. So we'll multiply and make this 20 and -20. So by -4 and 5. 950 times 4. Oh, got an extra pi in there. It's negative 38. 1030 times 5 is 5150. So those go. That's plus. So 25 minus 16 is 9. And 5150 minus 38 is 1350. If I divide it all by 9, $1.50 again. So which one's Y? Let's see. That's apple juice was X and salads were Y. Okay, so I've got the salads. So change colors. 5x plus 4 times $1.50 is $9.50. So let's see how much the juices are. So 5x plus 4 times $1.50 is 6. So if I subtract 6, that's $3.50. And if I divide 5, it's 0.7. So juice is 70 cents. So if I add them together, $1.50 plus 0.70, $2.20 is the total price for one of each. The length of the rectangle is 5 more than the width. The perimeter is, so this is the perimeter formula one. So P equals 2L plus 2W, where P is 130. So I'm going to take the P out and put 130 there. And the other one comes straight from the words. The length is 5 more than is plus, twice the width is 2W. This is set up nicely for substitution. So we'll put a box here. No, I can't use red. And we're going to plug it right there. So 130 equals 2, and then put the quantity in. So that's 130 equals 10 plus 4W plus 2W. So we'll combine the W's and then subtract 10. And divide 6. So it's supposed to be a W. So W is 20. So if I take the W and put it back here, 5 plus 2 times 20, 5 times 5 plus 2 times 20 is 45. So L is 45. Which one did it want? Oh, it says what's the area? So to find the area of a rectangle, I multiply length times width. So area is length times width. So 45 times 20, I think it's 900. Let me check though. Yep, it's 900. So 900 is my final answer here. Because the question said, what's the area? Which is just length times width. Okay, all done. All right. So if you have any questions, give me an email and I'll be here Monday and you can ask any questions you have then as well. Talk to you soon. Have a good